First week back from work and still groggy. Anyway, hey everybody, RetroKid, RetroKid. Hopefully for the last time using my mobile, because I just realized I went a couple of months without having my usual camera. Sorry for that for anyone who probably wasn't trying to explain that at all in the comments. Would be nice though. So yeah, fixing my camera, well, I guess mobile aside. I'm going to do a quick explanation to what I said about my previous video on a editorial kind of thing. Go to when I was doing the news for Mortal Kombat Aftermath for that. And then we'll get into more traditional retro news because ultimately this is me catching up on stuff I missed. So let's get to the editorial stuff first. My plan for that is to be kind of a podcast slash video essay slash post show for stuff I reviewed. Basically how I really feel like after a year and a half of like a certain, whatever new movies out at the time. I guess to put an example, episode 9. I thought it was fine. Repeated viewing is making me have different concepts, and I do think the Colin Trevorrow cut should have been a thing, but then again, you could say that with a lot of pre-scripts before any like mainline episode comes out. I'll probably be more expensive for a lot of franchises I love. One of them I am actually thinking of working on doing with RoboCop again, with my NECA figure. So, give me a like if I did at all a good Peter Weller voice, because let's be honest, Your Move Creep is like the best I could think of as far as quoting goes. If anything, also for retro editorials, I'm gonna break down most of my characters, how crappy my voice is versus characters I think I do a pretty good job. You can tell me in the comments yourself. Also, ultimately, it's your decision, and mainly my channel, so still a little bit over your decision. But then again, I'll take criticism as I can. So let's just get to the news. Starting off with all the Power Rangers related stuff, we did get a name for the new team that's gonna come after Beast Morphers. That is going to be adapted from Ryu Soldier. Again, my 1,000 pardons to basically everyone who loves Ryu Soldier and wants to defend it. It looked boring, like it's the 4th dinosaur team in a row. Hopefully, Dino Fury, the adaptation and new PR team that's going to be based off of Ryu Soldier, couldn't change my mind like Dino Charge did. So again, fingers crossed. The logo for the new thing looks pretty sweet. I'll put the link to the news down below for that, and Lightning Collection stuff that came out. Also, I'm really sorry for any Tokyo news I've missed camera wise. I am going to be a little bit off next week, so I'll try to do a, I guess, in bulk review of all of the episode 30s of 01, because I think that and Kiami Ranger are in a little bit of a hiatus due to Corona. So again, I'll try to explain that for the Tokyo review for that next week. So yeah, Lightning Collection stuff. They're finally doing their first Morpher for the collection, and as expected, unfortunately, it's going to be another Mighty Morphin Blaster. Not Mighty Morphin Blaster. That would be cool if it was a Mighty Morphin Blaster. A Mighty Morphin new Morpher. It's a new Morpher. I've seen the pics. I'll leave it down below as well. It looks not bad. It comes with a really cool like collection case for just any of the power points you're not going to be using. Honestly, I wish I had that in the Legacy Collection. But just like the Legacy Collection 10 years ago, I think it has the same price point. I bought it a little more expensive because I got it at New York Comic Con in my first years at the con. So take that with a grain of salt. That also being said, it's not bad. It's $50. It's not the worst thing in the world. I'm pretty sure the battery compartment for that has changed a lot since then. I could be wrong also for that as well, just letting you also know. Another thing about Power Rangers updates, there's a lot of 2-packs that are coming out for the Lightning Collection. They're finally doing their Alpha and Zordon. That looks pretty sweet. Can't wait to buy that. I'm going to have to figure out a way to make I guess, Command Center-esque mural for those two. And a lot of 2-packs also after that. You finally get Rita, Zed, I think their marriage episode as a 2-pack, so not a bad start for either of them. I think Zed was the only one that had a single release wave for his own. I think it was in a wave with somebody with one of the earliers in Lightning Collection. But if you missed out on that, you could do the 2-pack. I think that's under 40 or 45, depending on where you buy it. For most of these 2-packs. The last 2-pack is putties, so you can actually start like a putty army if you guys have a lot. If you've seen a lot of other, collection reviewing action figure channels, they like to have a big photo shoot with multiple minions and stuff. I think D Amazing is a good starting point for that. So card to his channel for what I'm kind of briefly talking about there. Um, yeah, and lastly on movie news, aside from everything getting delayed and Scoop came out last night. One of my old online friends that is in Austin, XLR, had a fun time on the Discord. Got him, just we hadn't seen him a while after that. Reviews are scarce. What are you gonna do? They're trying to modernize Scooby Doo as they usually do. It's an uphill battle. I don't review these shows. If you guys want me to, I only remember a handful of like the '90s direct-to-video years, so keep that in mind. Just to keep it retro around here. That being said, there is another bit of movie news. Apparently, New Mutants is still coming out somehow, some way, and I wish I had time to get my Marvel Legends X-Men figures to say, wait, really? Seriously? Yeah, Talk of the Town, and I think through either an Amazon Prime leak or an official statement, I'll try to figure out which in the description down below, link-wise, that it's apparently gonna still come out in theaters August 29th. If I'm not mistaken, that's around the time of my brother's birthday. Real life stuff, and I'm gonna keep it brief on that, birthday wise. I don't know if it will actually come out. I also don't know why it's been taking over 3.5 years prior to the pandemic to come out. That's another reason why I want to do the editorial, to explain the journey of this movie as a whole with fellow retro writer himself, Brandon Jack. I've told this to either him or me, or myself, and I, dumb Jim Carrey joke aside. I'm almost certain the lengths it will take for Brandon to come back here in New York and do a traditional commentary style podcast is less time than I think New Mutants itself. So yeah, my quick thoughts on that. If it ever comes out, I'll explain more for the editorial. For right now, just put it on Disney Plus, or at the very least Hulu, because Disney also got Hulu. They also got ESPN Plus. Like, they basically bought all those other streaming sites in case Disney Plus blew up in its face, and they're like, okay, whatever, we tried. No, you're fine. The Mandalorian and a handful of other Disney Plus original properties, and most of the stuff they're bringing in, are keeping like their viewership up. That, again, I want to talk more onto that with somebody else in the editorial. So my quick thoughts on just the cast alone, having to hear this to death for over 3 years after shooting, must have been frustrating, honestly, even with this pandemic, even with everything else in between, just the last couple of years alone. For even Maisie herself, who just came off of season 8 of Game of Thrones, to now wait for this movie to come out so she can at least get a steady check after the fact. Like, again, it's just, I don't know. I'm like everyone else in the business at this point. I'm skeptical this thing's coming out. Honestly, like everyone else, I also believe they should just put it on streaming or on demand. Like, most of the movies that were supposed to come out around this month should also do, just to save their asses. But I also know the AMC debacle of, but if everyone stays at home, that means we'll be bankrupt. Yeah, because no one planned this out. No one has a plan for this. And yet we still kind of move on. And again, my rambling aside, I would also like to deal in my editorial to calm down and try to explain most of my rambling. That's another good thing for the editorial too. So, I guess, showing my own future content aside, that's where we are with the news. I'm just reporting them all. Like I said, the Lightning Collection is doing some wild stuff. I'm a little not that disappointed with the new Morpher. I have the Legacy Morpher. I've seen multiple fan films use the Legacy Morpher. Much like those fan films, they're going to probably dress and or clean up, or I guess make it more Sentai accurate for when they get the Lightning Collection version. I'm happy for the figures. The Lightning Collection doesn't sleep on like the accuracy, so that I will agree with. I don't know after that. I think Karn did a better explanation to all those details, so card to that. Along with the end card you see coming up with my previous review here on the Mortal Kombat Aftermath. Other previous review here could be basically whatever worked or wasn't working. Death Battle symbol here for my channel to sub, and notification bell down below. Also, I also want to bring Brandon Jack here because I think I messaged him about the whole Obi-Wan versus Kakashi fight from Death Battle, and Yeah, he didn't take it well. Yeah. So that being said, take care, subscribe. Hope you're doing okay in these weird times. I'm even getting sick of saying that, but during Corona, long story. So yeah, that all being said, I hope nothing for the best for Dino Fury. I hope nothing for the best for the Lightning Collision going forward, and I hope nothing for the best for just New Mutants to finally come out, and so that we can all review it and see why it took 3.5 years. Because honestly, it sounds like a shit movie, but we don't know, and that still sucks. Just saying that we don't know about it. So yeah, take care.